Priscilla is a driven Zambian who has found a passion in helping people learn about what education is like in Scotland. One of her main goals is to teach people to reach their full potential by providing enough information and making sure that that information is accessible to them. At the beginning of the research, the main purpose was to shine a light on racial injustice, and that is where people of color education had started. However, during the research, Priscilla realized that there was a bigger need for change to make sure that the people of color education purpose was met.
Because you haven't gone through being racially profiled, or you haven't gone through being stoned, or you haven't gone through, and then it's the other irritating thing is being told how to feel, or how to cope with it. Just ignore it, Priscilla. You know those are just the idiots, right? Yeah. Just ignore. No. Why must I? Why must you firstly? What makes you think you're the master of me to be able to tell me how to deal with my feelings? And when I challenge this, you become an angry black woman. You're aggressive. Because you're challenging something. You're not listening. You're not doing as you're being told. And when you challenge this again, that you realize you're telling me how to feel when I don't tell you how to feel, that's when the slap in the face comes in a little bit, like, oh. And I'm like, that's your privilege. You see right there, that is the privilege that you always talk about and say, I don't have. That's the privilege where you think you can tell me how I should hold my feelings or cope with things.
You're not listening. Are you listening? Are you listening?
What makes you think you're the master of me and you're not listening?
Yeah, she didn't want to fight, didn't want to go to war. Yeah, she just wanted life, thought her son to live more. But now she gotta fight for more. Fight for the youth's place in the world, fight till she's sore.
You're not listening.
Yeah, she just want peace. Yeah, she just want access. Why must she teach? Why must she practice? Why can't she just be? Set a store for people like attackers.
You're not listening.
You're not listening. Seems okay, but you don't get it. Everything that's glistening isn't gold. Sometimes you have to be affected to understand that tone.
What makes you think you're the master of me and you're not listening?
You're not listening. There's a story to be told. Priscilla Mandona, that's strong and bold.
But this is more personal. This is you actually seeing someone's journey and from nothing their whole life. Yeah.
Priscilla Mandona, she touched down. A life in Zambia, left for new grounds. Hope for more prosperity and a new life for their family. First it was London that she knew. They moved there happily when they learned and they grew. Still young with barely a clue. Qualified in Africa, qualified at home with a world to pursue. Priscilla chased her own, proved what she had and got her education. In a world that's unrelenting, filled with frustration, that's a huge achievement. Cause you gotta be relentless to keep working and keep breathing. In life you gotta burst the ceiling. Priscilla fell in love and had kids, then moved to Glasgow, where life is still fast but a little bit more slow. Diversity is less, which doesn't seem to matter unless it's where the kids grow. Cause the kids are curious, kids are mean. Kids can't understand how much it hurts when they inflict words and put their hands up to someone who doesn't deserve. Cause they can't see that we're all the same underneath.
What are your most difficult challenges you found and why?
There's quite a few difficult challenges that I've found.
One, working by yourself, so to motivate yourself when you're doing a big project, but you just set little goals, everyday goals, not big ones, everyday goals, that helps. Number two, getting people to talk about things they don't want to talk about, because racism and the things that they go through sometimes are not something that you want to talk about. So actually getting people to open up or meet up for an interview or give their information, and they sometimes just want to bury behind you. It's also quite challenging. And also, just rethinking the whole project has been challenging because
one thing that we're definitely going to be is organic. Most of the systems that I have been in, like most organizations, they've got these set principles and things. And I've realized, this is what I realized from the beginning of POC, is we have to go where the need is. And I don't know, I can't foresee what the need is going to be in February or March. If it's the same thing, then we carry on doing what we're doing. But if we find that there's another gap, there's another something else that's missing, we're going to see if we can go there. So that's how we're keeping it organic. We're always listening on the ground, and it's about the people. These are not my ideas. These things that I'm doing are not just my ideas. These are coming from the young people that I've spoken to, the things that they need, that we're giving them, not the things that people think they should have in place just because this is their way of thinking. So it will always be organic. So going back in the next 5 years, so it's an organic, we're going to work towards what's needed. In a nutshell, POC is there for people who are going through education system and learning. Firstly, I'll put it in 4 bullet points. Firstly, learning the education system in Scotland. A lot of people who've come through, people of colour, don't know how to navigate it, don't know how it works, and that hinders their potential, hinders their children's potential, and that's something that we can have. So education on that. Highlighting as well different career paths. This is a very important thing, I think, because there's so many other things that children can be doing instead of just working from Amazon. And Amazon is shutting down anyway. So where are they going to work? So we really have to think about how people are going to be earning their income in the next few years.
What are your most difficult challenges you found and why?
As adults, we got to see that if someone is defending themselves, they cannot be held accountable, or at least not persecuted equally. But that's what happened to Priscilla's boy. So that's why she made POCE. It's like looking up to a mountain. It's like looking up to a mountain, working all alone. It's like looking up to a mountain, working all alone. It's like looking up to a mountain, working all alone.
In terms of changes to the education system, since you came to the UK, what do you think has been the biggest changes? Or no changes?
When it comes to that question, I honestly think that there hasn't been too many changes, and that's the problem. Because if you're looking at degrees that are people were getting in the 90s, in the 80s, it's the same degree that you're giving out today. In the new millennium, when businesses have changed, different things have changed. And before, you could get a job straight out of university with a degree. But now, employers are wanting experience. They're wanting experience before this degree. So why are the universities not integrating?
Ever-changing horizon, but education has barely moved forward. 37 years of goalpost moving. The same degrees, the same universities, with more diversity but no more opportunities. So what good is it? And why is it the way that it is? Who even knows? But that just makes it harder for Priscilla, because an invisible opposition is much harder to oppose. Who makes decisions? Decides what rules to impose? When it's just you and you're all alone, what do you suppose you should do? Because Priscilla will always fight for good. She helps by providing a space where they can thrive and be proud. A much better place than allowing ourselves to be kicked when we're down. We can finally make a stand and we can finally make a sound, because there's someone who listens and understands. To our young people, she is devout. Her tireless work is seen in the hearts and minds of young people who are empowered to shine and break free of discrimination and rise above to become the people that they truly dream of. Priscilla Mandona, a hero to all. Although it might seem lonely, Priscilla marches on, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope in her song. She's helped by her family, her loved ones, her kins. She's helped by people listening. But it's helped also the fact that they gave their story in to further her point, that it doesn't matter what skin, what creed, what religion, what matters is within. But you can't see that until you start digging. So Priscilla digs in. Priscilla, thank you for making a difference. It's like looking up to a mountain, a task so big you wonder if it could ever be completed. Changing a simple system is one thing, but battling a herd of elitists to ensure that those who need help receive it without the support of others is more than just a we thing.
I think there should be more help in a mental-based thing.
It consumes her life and takes her old friends, cause being the one on who others depend, that's a lonely road with little dividends. To stop this hindrance, Priscilla needs more than a lend or friends, needs a system to help her defend her action, defend her mission's passion, defend our world. Take that action. False promises, no marketing, not able to reach everyone. Scottish friends always disagreeing. The idea that she can't be the hero of the story and that she is fighting an unwinnable battle. The loss of sleep, the lack of motivation, the corrupt education system, the lack of training for teachers, politicians with no ears, no support in the media for ideologies. When Priscilla has ideologies that white people aren't affected by, they agree. But when they are challenged, they become fierce.
POC is designed to raise awareness not just to people at school, but also parents and anyone wanting to get into education.
In a Tesco community center that they've given us, at least with no cost, so that's something amazing. So get ready for the people who need to do their exams next year. And then we'll also have to do fundraising, so that we can keep on going and growing as an organization and see where the future takes us.
How far everyone just need to find the things that we all need and we can live. There is how far everyone just need to find the things that we all need and we can live. You're not alone in this place. There is a unity somewhere in the human race. Priscilla Mandona, a trailblazer of our time. In the fight against racism, she's always ready to shine. The organisation she spearheads, a force to reckon. People of colour in education fighting to lessen the burden of racism carried by every young soul in the schools of Glasgow, a place they're supposed to call home. She stands tall, with courage and grace, a symbol of hope in this perilous race, to end discrimination, bias and hate, and to create a just society, a land of equality that's so great. What happens in a classroom? She listens with care, embracing diversity and ensuring fairness is always there. And that although people may stare, cause they do not think that in this place we belong, we pay our fare and keep moving along. Cause Priscilla is there to ensure that we can grow strong. She's there for the children of different races, ethnicities, backgrounds, showing us that we aren't wrong, and that the memories of new environments can actually be formed.
Supporting the community
Is a calling. It's not just something I think anyone can do. You really have to have the calling for it.
And a backbone.
And the backbone, yeah. Calling and the backbone, because most of the things that are done by social changes is probably something that's happened to you, impacted you, and then you want to make a social change and justice for it. So there's not always going to be a support system, because not all the time will people understand the impact of what you're trying to change.
It's not all bad.
Yeah, whatever impact you're going to change, but most
There is help in the world.
social impact, yes.
I said it's not all bad, so please don't cry.
Get funding for and everything, and I think most of it is designed for funding, how to apply for funding and so on. But the actual work that is done, looking at all the other organizations I've worked with, you know, some of the things that we deal with are quite
Share your story with pride.
I feel like what you're doing is different from other charities that we've come across so far, even yourself as well.
And the other positive thing is my own personal growth. Because I'm going through a lot of challenges every day. And just learning how to cope with that. You know, because sometimes there are so many things that are so overwhelming, like, oh, you know, how am I? And just, you know, so much thinking. So much thinking. And now I realize that the way I've been coping, I'm taking it step by step. And then once I've achieved what I wanted to achieve, it gives me that joy and that motivation. Because when you look at it as a big,
It is making an impact. Yeah.
I would say Priscilla has really engaged with more people in terms of, you know, guiding them and providing services like, you know, building up CVs and also just trying to comfort them in a way because, you know, like speaking about some stuff that has happened to people like at schools, it can be really hard sometimes. So the fact that she's actually being psychiatrist, I would say, like she's really being there for them, trying to bring up their self-esteem and I think that's really good.
And I also think you need to clap for yourself. Every small step that you're making, that you know, you might not see how the impact, but it does in the long run. And I feel like the changes. Well, I'm seeing with people, it's changing the lives. The changes. Well, I'm seeing with people, it's changing the lives.